Greetings, fellow Missourians. I'm here to discuss why we need to maintain and preserve our highways and bridges. Every day, we are falling further and further behind. Continued neglect of our maintenance and bridge construction will have very expensive, long-lasting effects. Over half of the bridges and overpasses, for example, on Interstate 70, has surpassed their engineered and constructed lifespan. The cost to just replace them is estimated to be $500 million. Missourians need and deserve to have safe highways for themselves and their families. Our economic vitality and future rely on good roads and bridges. This is by far the fairest funding means possible that we have to pay for our highways. I worry about everyone that needs to safely and easily drive to work, take the kids to school, get to their doctor or hospital. The EMTs, firemen, and law enforcement need to reach those in need of services, many times life-saving. For over 92 years, the motor fuel user tax has been the primary funding source for our highways. It is by far the fairest means possible in cost to our citizens. If you drive more, you pay a little more. If you drive less, you pay less. Plus, it has been estimated that approximately 50% of the fuel purchased in Missouri is bought by non-Missourians traveling through our state. Missourians work hard and expect future job opportunities for their kids and grandkids. So good roads bring prosperity. Every dollar it's invested brings approximately $4 in new economic activity. Matter of fact, for every $500 million we invest in highways, we'll produce approximately 17,000 jobs. Our economic prosperity relies on good roads, and retaining and developing good-paying, family-sustaining jobs is paramount, and very dependent on high-quality development and management of our highways and bridges. The Missouri Partnership Group recently reported that highway accessibility has been ranked as the most important factor in new business site selection. We have a fiduciary duty as elected officials to protect and preserve this estimated $50 billion investment that our citizens have worked so hard to help pay for. The citizens of Missouri expect us to represent and make decisions that is in their best interest and their families. Personally, I have been in 3 very serious auto accidents. Perhaps better, safer roads could have made a difference in whether the incident would have happened in the first place. We all know of too many friends and family members that have been injured, and or worse, who have lost their lives in auto accidents. Missourians have always been proud of their state and the roads and bridges leading to and from our neighborhoods. We are the crossroads of America. Many communities are very dependent on tourism for jobs, and safe roads are paramount in attracting these visitors. We really need to get the highway work moving. The issue is, how do we pay for it? Why not continue using the funding source that has been reliable and fair to everyone for over 92 years? I would like to share some more facts and issues regarding funding and maintenance of our highways and bridges in Missouri. All money that's collected at the gas pump through the motor fuel user tax is dedicated for highway, bridge, infrastructure, and management needs, and by state law cannot be commingled with general revenue or used for other purposes. Missouri is 47th in USA of funding per mile of highways. The national fuel tax average is approximately 30 cents per gallon, plus many states charge tolls and other types of excise taxes. We have the 7th largest road system in the U.S., which is a huge asset to all Missourians. Over $50 billion have been invested by several generations of Missourians in our highway system. This investment needs to be preserved and not allow it to deteriorate. Our first responders, such as firemen, EMTs, law enforcement, and other emergency agencies, require quick access to any event. Detours because of low weight or closed bridges could be the difference between life and death. Missouri's current fuel user tax is 17 cents per gallon. This has been the same since 1996. Historically, this rate has been adjusted 4 times by the legislature and signed into law by 4 different governors, 2 Democrat and 2 Republican. In 1992, the legislature passed and was signed into law by Governor John Ashcroft. For over 92 years, the motor fuel user tax has been the main revenue source for predictable and fair funding of our highways. In 1924, the voters of Missouri determined this is how they wanted to fund their investment. It is very important to note that cities and counties together receive approximately 30% of this motor fuel user tax for their road and bridge fund. In 1996, an asphalt overlay of a major highway cost approximately $50,000 per mile. Now, 20 years later, the cost is approximately $157,000 a mile. This is over 3 times for the exact same construction. Concrete, too, has tripled in price since 1996, not to mention labor and other costs. Highways and bridges are way too important to not maintain and preserve. Our jobs, economic development, and our family safety hang in the balance. So let's do what we have done for over 92 years, and that is fair to all motorists. Those who drive a little more, pay a little more, and those that drive less will pay less. Thank you very much.